So there are different types of investors that can invest in your company. Two of the most common types are angel investors and VCs, aka venture capitalists. When you're looking for good angel investors, an angel investor is somebody who's typically a high net worth individual who has excess capital that they want to invest into a company. And when you're looking for angels, you really want to look for people. So my last company, the angels that I typically worked with, either they were super specific experts in my field. So they were like top software engineers at, certain companies, or they were previous founders. And this is so good because when you have an investor that understands how your type of product works, when you have an investor that understands your industry very well, when you have an investor that actually understands, what it's like to be a founder, to be in that role and the tough decisions you have to make and what it's like to take investor phone calls as a founder, it makes a world of a difference. And your conversations with those people tend to go very, very well because there's a mutual basis of understanding that you all have in common. VCs tend to be a little bit different. They have more of a traditional finance background. They went from maybe like a Harvard or a Stanford or a Yale or a Howard or a Spelman. And, they tend to have a more formal perspective of business, which is great. Like there's a good balance of like having investors that are a little bit more scrappy and investors from the MBA side. Me, myself, I'm a college dropout, so I'm more on the scrappy side. And so when you're picking investors, you just have to know the type and the style of people that you want on your cap table. But also you have to remember, whoever you allow to invest in you now, that's going to attract or detract, as well as obviously everything else that does with your business, regarding, success and generating revenue and all that good stuff. But the investors that you allow on your cap table now, they are going to be the ones and supposed to be the ones to help you raise more capital for your company. Don't forget that. Book me for coaching.